Good afternoon, everybody. This is our distance learning series. Okay, I'm Miss Courtney with grade 4. Today is Monday, the 13th of April, 2020. So if you haven't opened up your notebook yet, please take out your notebook, take out a pen, and please write down today's date in your notebook. Again, today is Monday, the 13th of April, 2020. Everybody, this is webinar number 6. Let's get going today. Alright, so what are today's topics and goals? Alright, first of all, I'd like to tell you that today we're focusing on past simple time. We've already covered was, were. We've talked about could and couldn't in the past as well. Today we're going to focus on just verbs in general in past simple. Okay, so our goals are for today to learn about past simple time, to learn when to put the ed ending, to be able to write about the past, and also to be able to speak about the past. Okay? So, everybody, let's go. Now, past simple time. Okay? You might wonder, when do I use it? Alright? So, I would like to tell you that past simple is used to talk about finished actions in the past. And when I mean in the past, I mean a finished past period of time. Alright? It's also used to talk about states in finished past times. Alright? States here are состояния. It's using was or were, like we talked about last week. So I was happy, I was sad, I was excited, I was ecstatic. I was hungry, I was thirsty. Okay? So these are the times, these are the states I'm talking about, состояния. It's not a движение, it's not an action, it's a state, a feeling. Okay? So we can use past simple to talk about that in the past, as well as actions, action verbs, doing something. Okay? And I'd just like to point out that the past time should be finished. So it should be something like yesterday, last week, this morning. If it's not morning anymore, morning is already in the past, so we can say this morning I went to the shop. Last Christmas, last year, last millennium. Yeah, any past time, as long as it's finished. Okay? So, what do we do? How do we make this past time? Alright? So, for regular verbs, these are the verbs that follow the rules. Okay? We add d or ed to the end. An example would be love, любить, okay? So love becomes loved. If you look at the slide, please notice that we don't have to add ed. Because love already has e on the end, we just add d, okay? And love, add d, becomes loved. If the verb doesn't end with e, then we have to add ed, okay? As in the next example, which is play becomes played. Okay, I would like to give you a warning. Not all verbs follow these rules. These are regular verbs. These are the verbs that follow the rules. But there are special verbs. They're kind of naughty. They're called irregular verbs. And they don't follow these rules at all. You might be thinking of, Miss Courtney, what about swim, swam, or go, went, or buy, bought? These are examples of irregular verbs which you do not add ed on the end to make past simple. These verbs you need to memorize. Наизусть, the specific past simple time. You just need to remember them. There's no system. Okay? So we'll learn more about this next week. Today we're focusing on past simple, regular with ed. Let's continue. Okay, now it's your turn. Let's see what you can do. Basically, I'm going to give you a whole list of verbs. All of these verbs should be familiar to you. I think you probably should know most of them by now. We have walk, we have play, love, like, paint, cook, watch, clean, study, bake, and wash. Okay? All of these verbs are regular verbs. All of them follow the rules. Alright? So all of these ones, you can add ed to make the past simple form. Now, in case you don't know the meaning of these words, I have translated them for you into Russian. So walk is гулять, play is играть, love любить, like нравится, paint красить, cook готовить, watch смотреть, clean мыть, study заниматься или учиться, but probably заниматься is better, bake выпекать, and wash мыть или стирать. Okay, so please write these down in your notebook now. If you do not know the meaning of these words, please write down these words in your notebook, and please write down the Russian translation now. Please pause the video and please do this now. Then continue watching. Okay, now everybody, we're going to continue. So please look and let's see how you did. Okay, first, after you have written all of these words down, now it's your turn to change them into their past simple form. Okay, you have your list. You remember the rule, add D or ED to the end, and let's see what you can do. Pause the video now, and now take the verbs over here on the left hand of your screen, and please write their past simple version over here. So for example, walk becomes walked. Okay, that'll be my first hint to you. Pause the video now and do this exercise in your notebook. Then we will check our answers together. Okay, so let's see how you did. These are the answers to this exercise. So walk becomes walked. Play becomes played. Love becomes loved. Like, liked. Paint, painted. Cook, cooked. Watch, watched. Clean, cleaned. Study, studied. Bake, baked. And wash, washed. Okay? And of course, I have translated for you into Russian the translation for each of these words. As you can see, they all have the past simple form at the end, just like in Russian for past simple, okay? Because I'm a girl, I put it all in feminine form. So, you know, it can be masculine or neuter or plural. You know what to do. You guys are Russian. Alright? So, please take note of what I did on the slide, though. There's a reason that I highlighted these words in different colors, okay? I wanted to give you an example. Remember when I said that these words end with letter E, bake, love, like? Here, same thing. They stayed the same, and all I did was add D. Okay, that's the example for you with words that end with E. Now, I wanted to tell you one more thing. Please notice that here, Y in study doesn't stay. Y has changed to I, okay, and then you add ED. But look, up here we have play, which also ends in Y. But I didn't change Y to I. Now, there's a special rule that tells you that if there is a glasna, a vowel, before Y, we do not change it to I. It stays Y and we add ED. But if we have a word that ends in Y, a verb, and a consonant, saglasna, comes before the Y, then we'd have to change it. We change it to I, then we add ED. Okay? Just keep this in mind. Okay, now just to reiterate, just to repeat a little bit, I got my special rules over here. Okay, so the special rules here, just to refresh, if a verb ends with E, you only add D. Example, love, loved. Okay. Number 2, if a verb ends with Y and the letter before is a consonant, Y does change to I and we add ED, like studied. Okay, if a verb ends in Y but the letter before is a vowel, A, E, I, O, or U, we don't do anything with Y. Y stays the same and we just add ED, like in played. And my last rule to you that I didn't tell you before, this is a new rule. Okay, you have to be very close attention. If a verb is a closed syllable, a закрытый слог, okay, with a vowel surrounded by two different consonants. So look down below on your slide. We have the verb hug, обниматься. Okay? Hug, H and G here. They're consonants, они согласные. And in the middle we have U, which is a гласный. The sound is short, короткий звук. So what we need to do in this case is, we can't add ed, because then the U becomes strong. We need to keep it short. So, мы удваиваем, we double the last consonant, then we add ed. So hug becomes hugged, but with two G's. Okay? So just pay attention. So hug, tug, bug, hit, let's see. Yes, anything that has three letters with a consonant, two consonants on the outside and a vowel in the middle should follow this rule. Make sure you're careful of this, okay? Now, let's continue. Let's see, can you use what we've learned today? Alright, so I am giving you all of these verbs again, alright? I am also giving you their translations again, alright? So this is to help you. Now, let's see, can you do this exercise? Can you make sentences with these verbs in past simple? Okay, in your notebook now, please open your notebook. Please, for each one of these verbs, please write a sentence, okay, in past. So for example, yesterday I, yesterday вчера, because we're talking about a past time, all right? So yesterday I, we have walk, becomes walked, okay? Yesterday I walked my dog in the park with my mom. Okay, that's your sentence. Now, stop the webinar and please do a sentence for each one of these different words in your notebook now. All right? So, stop now, pause the webinar, and we will continue together. Okay? After you do this exercise, take a photograph of it and please send it to me on Dnevnik or in your portfolio on Class Dojo. This is part of the work for today. You must do this exercise. I need to see it in Dnevnik or in Dojo in order to give you a grade for today's lesson. Okay? So, thank you guys very much for watching today's webinar. Okay? So, today's task, just to repeat, please do the tasks on this slide, the slides in this presentation. Okay? In your notebook, and then upload photos of your work on Dnevnik or Dojo, just like I just told you. But today we also have a worksheet, alright? So I need you, after you finish this webinar, please upload this worksheet that I have attached. Please do the worksheet, photograph it, send it, PDF it, put it on Dnevnik, or put it in your portfolio on Class Dojo and send it to me, okay? Thank you so much, guys. You were amazing today. I know you can do this. Okay? You're wonderful. Thank you guys so much. Good luck. And have a nice day.